Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Unboxing Fatherhood. Today we are going to be unboxing the Wilmington Changing Table by Delta Children. Here you have the box. Let's go ahead and open up the box. Got the box cutter. Get the sides, get the tape cut open. Oh, by the way, I forgot to set my timer. I want to see how long this takes, so set it. There we go. Box. All right. The top is off. First thing we got, a warning, stop. Before returning this product, blah, blah, blah. Limited manufacturing warranty. All right, so here we have a little changing pad, it looks like. Put that aside for now. And then we got a little box here of hardware. And this is what I'm seeing so far inside the box. Let's go ahead and check out this hardware while we're at it, see what we got in here. We've got some screws, some connectors, some nuts, a little tool, and we have instructions. Here are the instructions. Take a quick peek, see if we can get a little guidance on where we're heading. All right, they explain all the different parts, and then they have essentially a diagram. This is like your summary diagram of how everything connects together. And where's step one? What we want is step one. Step one, parts and tools required. Changing table assembly. All right. Basically, this is going to be like setting up a piece of IKEA furniture. Based on my many years of experience, the most helpful thing to do is just kind of get everything out of the box, laid out. Then you can start figuring out what everything is, and then you could follow the instructions. So we're going to get everything opened up. This is held with a little piece of tape, so just cut it open. Be careful not to cut the actual product, the paint on the product. Oh, this is good. They have little letters on each piece, E, E. That's going to make it easier to figure out how to follow the instructions. You got this thing? Here we have the head of the changing table. Pretty nice. I like it. Styrofoam. Product registration card. If that's something you like to do, you could register your product. More pieces. More pieces. Another one of these bars. Got to get the tape off. And it looks like now we have some kind of like flatter panel type pieces. Letter H. Get those out of there. This one has like a warning label on it. All right, and then that's it. Everything's out of the box. Let's get moving. Where did the instructions go? Okay. All right, so for step one, we're going to attach the back top rail, which is part C, to the trying to understand this. Well, let's see if we can just find the first piece they mentioned, the back top rail, part C. I believe that's this. I'm gonna put these bigger pieces over here so I can access everything a little easier. Okay. Let's see, where's the letter on this? This one does not appear to have a letter, but that might be because it's just so obviously the piece that we know it to be, which is the back top rail. We are going to need the front top rail, which is part D. This is the front top rail. So once again, this is the back top rail. So I guess that means it's got the back of the changing table. And then this is going to be the front top rail of the changing table. And then we're going to need the shelf rails, which are part E. We did see those earlier. Part E. I think we're going to have 4 of those is my guess. I'm saying 3. All right, I guess maybe we only have 3. Oh yeah, there's only 3. And then the front bottom rail we're going to need, which is part F. There's part F. Then we're also going to need the left side, which is part A. So let's see. It's going to be one of these sides. Looking for that letter, not seeing it. Well, there's 2 sides. I don't actually know if there's any difference between them, no, there is going to be a difference. So there are 2 sides, and they don't appear to have letters, so we're going to have to determine which one they are more on a visual basis. And I think I have... All right. Actually, I might have lied. They might be the same. All right. Well, they essentially are the same, except they're inverted. So I think we can kind of just figure out that the left side is the one where the holes are a little bit indented. Actually, to be honest, I'm not sure at this point. We'll figure that out in a minute. It would have been nice if they put letters on those, but they didn't. And then at this point, basically, they're telling us which components we're going to need. So we will want to go ahead and get those out. We're going to need the included Allen wrench, which is this little tool here. All right, we got our little Allen wrench. And next we are going to get the L screws. It looks like they come with 2 sets of L screws, both having 6 screws. They look almost identical. And then there's also the barrel nuts. So we're going to need 6 of those. So they give you here 2 sets of screws and then 1 set of barrel nuts. But for this step, it looks like we're going to use 1 set of screws and then half of the barrel nuts. They also give you some extra hardware. I don't think we're going to need that. We'll see. Okay. We got the screws ready. We got the barrel nuts ready. The rest of the hardware we'll put aside. And then let's see if we can get moving here. Okay. I think I get now which side we're going to be working on. I'm doing it visually, and essentially, basically, the screws are going to go in from the outside. So it makes sense that you would want the screw to go in on the side which has an indent, so that the screw will lie flat. So I think it's safe to assume that that's what we're doing right now. Okay. This doesn't look too bad. What I'm going to do is move these to the side, and I'll grab them back in a minute as we get to attaching them. You know, with these kind of furniture assembly things, it becomes more and more clear as you get going and get started what you're doing and where you're heading. We are going to have to figure out what the deal is with the barrel nuts as well. So let's see if we can't figure that out in a minute. What exactly the barrel nuts do and how they work. It seems like they go in to the product in order to attach to the screw. So yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. Is let's start with connecting the headboard here. So okay, we're going to have 1 screw going in this side. So we'll start with that. And I'm going to put these down here so they're out of the way. Okay. All right, so this is the barrel nut. I believe what needs to happen is this needs to go into the headboard, which will allow the screw to connect to it. Now the barrel nut, it has like one side is flat, one side is for like a Phillips head screwdriver. These instructions, if you look at the instructions carefully, you're going to see that the Phillips head screwdriver side is going to go on the outer part, at least of this part that I'm working on right now. So, which I guess makes sense because you want the smoother part to be on the inside of the changing table, you know, just so it's 100% safe in terms of not, you know, injuring the baby. Okay, I just dropped in the barrel head, and I should have been a little bit more careful with that. And in this case, there actually is no outer part where the honestly, I'm questioning my original theory about if about where the Phillips head size should go. Okay, okay. I think the issue was I had this upside down. So let's get that out of there. I think this is going to be the inside of the changing table will be completely smooth, no holes for any connecting parts. So we'll keep the connecting parts on the outside. And I'm just not sure if the I think you are going to want the Phillips head screwdriver. There is a purpose to that. It's going to be probably to tighten it, so we are going to keep that on the outer part. So now I think I'm ready. Phillips head screwdriver on the outside. This will be the outer edge. We're going to get it in. Make sure it's aligned so that when you get your first screw to go through, you're going to be able to connect it. All right, now let's test it out. So this is not going as smoothly as I had hoped, but I think if I can get this first part going, we might be finally on our way. So let's get this screw in there. It's a bit of a juggling act here because you don't want the barrel head to fall out. So I think we actually might have got it. It does. This other little bottom part should click into place here. Okay, got it. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this. Let me come around here. So I'm attempting to tighten the first little thing. Now I'm going to be honest with you guys. This tool they give you, it's a standard tool, a standard, furniture assembly throwaway tool. I have this Milwaukee hexagonal tool, which might make this a little bit easier. I'm going to attempt to find the matching size, and we'll see if that might speed up this process a little bit than just using what comes with the box. And is this working? I don't know. It does not seem to be working. I don't know what I'm doing wrong so far, but it is not like clicking into place the way that I think it should be. So I see. The problem is the barrel head fell out. So there was nothing for it to screw into. So let's try getting the barrel head back in. Let's try this again. And now it is still not going in, which means maybe my barrel head is not aligned right. So I'll use the Phillips head to attempt to So yeah, you can use the Phillips head screwdriver. This is my own Milwaukee. If you need to kind of adjust the aim of the barrel head in order for the screw to fit in. So was not easy getting that first screw in, but we did it. So let's move on forward. I think what we'll do next is get this back up here. And let's go ahead and connect these pieces. This is going to be piece E. I'm not a big fan of these like stickers on the finished product, so we'll see how easily they come off. All right, not too bad. Basically, I believe this just connects right in here like this. Although I need to actually check because it depends which direction you do it, which would be correct. So let's see if the instructions. Yeah, so towards the top is going to be where you're going to want the thinner, the line that's closer to the top is going to be aligned to the top. So that actually doesn't screw in. Oh no, it does. I lied. We're going to get a screw in over here. Get the barrel head in over here. All right. Same issue, it doesn't seem to be aligning. Honestly, this system is a bit, so far it's a little bit annoying, but we'll get through it. Okay, I think we're good. I'm just screwing in the first like screws with my hand. It's just easier to get it started, but then you can go ahead and use the tool, whichever tool you have, the one that comes with it or your own, to get it snapped into place. All right, that one's in. All right, well, this piece is going to go up on the top. And this is part D, apparently. Might as well just take that off while we're at it. It's not coming off very easily. Get under there. Honestly, I probably could have just left it on because it's going to be like, you wouldn't even be able to see it anyway, but that's just me. So here we have, this is where the screw goes. This is the connecting part. I can see that it's going to connect like this. Get another screw, another barrel head. Get the barrel head inside. Get your screw going here. And I'll be honest, you might want to have someone help you assemble this so they could kind of hold it in place. But our goal is to do it by yourself, just to make sure that that's possible right now. Okay, it's in. It's now going to be kind of like leaning down a bit, which I guess that's what the instructions call for, and that should be okay. We're going to we got 3 more pieces to go in this first step. 3 more pieces to go, and then we're going to move on to the next step. So we're making progress. We're coming along. Feeling good. Feeling good about this process. This piece is going to go. Once you kind of get down this basic thing where you get the barrel head, you get it aligned with the little hole. The hole is where the screw goes. Although these things, they just fall out. Hopefully I don't lose one. Now I get why they give you extra hardware, because these things just fall out and then they're going to be under the couch before you know it. The parts where you put the barrel head are very in the furniture. The little holes where you put the barrel head are very loose, which I think is maybe an oversight in the product design, because it would be a little easier to assemble if they kind of just popped in and stayed in. I'm having trouble with this one. It's not aligning. Same story. Let's see if I can adjust it. I think we got it. In this case, I am using the tool that comes with the furniture, because I can kind of just rotate it from this angle. It's actually easier. All right. Next, we're going to get these 2 bottom parts in. So we have this last bar down here. It's going to go in right there. We got that piece in. I dropped one of the screws. Got to get that screw. And now we're going to get the letter F coming in. This is like the bottom panel kind of deal. Get the screw on here. I'm gonna kind of have to hold the barrel nut at the bottom so it doesn't fall. Once again, it would help to have someone over here holding it, but it's okay for now, because we kind of want to prove to ourselves we can do this by ourselves. But if you are not like a big fan of setting up this kind of thing, you might want to have an extra hand around just to save yourself a little bit of a headache. Now, I think I got it. Screwing it in. Okay, we got it. Now there's a lot of weight pushing on this side, which God only knows that could break one of these, and then where would we be next? So I think what I'm going to do is attempt to flip the whole unit to give it a little bit better support at this point. So let's do this delicately. Whew. All right. Here we go. Now I'm not sure, you probably can't see the top of it right now, right? So maybe I'll move it back a little so you guys can see the top. Is that better? Okay. All right. We're done with step 1. Now we're going to step 2. Step 2, we are going to be inserting the shelving units. This comes with one top shelf unit, which is G, and 2 bottom shelf units, which are H. Supposedly, they're going to just slide right in, according to what I'm looking at on these instructions. So the bottom shelf unit H is actually a thinner piece, and the top shelf unit is going to be this thicker piece. Okay. So let's start with the top shelf unit. Take off the little sticker. And let's see. There's a little note here that says bottom BAS. And then there's a bunch of like instruction stuff here, or like warning stuff. So I'm not sure if it really matters which side you make the bottom or the top. I'd rather do all the warnings on the bottom, just because it's not very fun to look at those all the time, you know? So it seems to be, it would work either way. Let's try it like this, see how it goes. All right, not too bad. We got the piece in there. Let's do the same with these other pieces. These are the bottom shelves H. They're a bit thinner than the top shelf, which makes sense. The top shelf, you're going to be supporting the baby. You're going to want a lot of support for that. The bottom shelves are just for whatever you're going to store there, so it's not as important to be that thick. Okay, I think I kind of missed my alignment there. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and get the last bottom shelf in place, taking off the letter H. If you don't care about this kind of thing, you can just leave the letters, but I don't know, I like it to look nice, so that's what I do. And get this in here. All right, it's looking good. Let's go to step 2 now. Step 2. I'm sorry, step 3. We're done with step 2. Step 3, we're going to need 6 more barrel nuts, 6 more screws, and the tool, and then the right side, and we're going to basically screw those in. And I think we're, for the most part, going to be done. It does come with another, some kind of strap, a changer strap, which we're also going to attach, apparently. But but we're very close to being done. So let's see, right side. Let me get the hardware ready to go. All right, we got 5 barrel nuts left, which means one of them, I don't know where it went. I think it went under the couch. Oh no, it's right here. And then it would have been helpful if they had packaged the barrel nuts from the first step separately from the barrel nuts for the second step, the same way that they did for the screws. That would have been helpful. But that's not what they did, and it's okay. So this is the last piece. Let me just see. Assuming if I just pop this in, it should be easy to screw everything else in. I might not be right about that, but we'll see. And I'm just thinking yeah, I think the barrel nuts can be inserted after we pop this in place. I think so. All right. It's in place. Let's get moving on screwing these in. So the goal right now is we want to get this done as quickly as possible. Don't want to spend all day long setting up a changing table. We got other important things to work on. And this is coming along, almost there. See, right now we're already at 37 minutes, so this is I'd probably give yourself like an hour. Set aside an hour to do this. This last step is it goes pretty smoothly. I don't know if you can see what I'm working on. I'll try and move it back a little bit so you can see. But basically I popped the, actually I don't know why I just did that. I needed to put the barrel nut first. I got the screw in there. I might have just gave myself a headache by doing that. All right, we'll come back to that. So, learning lesson, guys. Get your, when you're doing it from the top down, get your barrel nut in there first. So, that's in. Now you can put the screw. I think at the end, once all is said and done, I'll probably go back and tighten up everything just to make sure it's super secure. Might not do that on this video, so just keep that in mind that I will probably do that as the last step. But I'm just trying to show you the setup process for the most part. The tool that I was using has fallen out of the tool, and I don't know where the manufacturing tool is. Oh, it's up here. Okay, silly me. All right. All right, now I made a mistake with this one. I don't know if you can see it. Can you guys see this top part? I put the screw in before I put the barrel nut, which means I can't get the barrel nut in because the screw's in the way now. So I need to get this out. I would have to flip the whole thing upside down. I think I'm gonna go grab a magnetic tool. Maybe I could just get it out that way. This is a good little tool to have around. It's just basically a magnet on a rod. If you ever drop something and you need to go get it, you can get it. Let's see if this works. Ha! Comes right out. All right. Get the last of the barrel nuts in there and the last of the screws. All right, we've now successfully set up the main changing table structure. The last step is going to be these changing table straps. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off the table so we can work on it and you can see it. And then I'll get rid of this other table for now. All right, here we have the changing table. It's pretty sturdy. Like I said, I am going to go back and tighten up everything at the end. But even without doing that, this is a pretty sturdy piece of furniture. I can tell why it has so many good reviews in terms of sturdiness. It's well built. Although the last thing we're going to look at is the changing strap. I'm not sure if the changing straps are optional or not, but we'll put them in. So let's see. I'm going to go ahead and open the plastic package. And here's our two straps. The rest is just the changing table pad. So you've got two straps. They come connected. And then we're going to use, I guess, the rest of the hardware, which is this bolt, the nuts, and the nylon washers. Go ahead and get those ready to go. This is telling me you're going to need a pliers or adjustable wrench for assembly. And I'm going to go based off it visually. You put the straps in, you put the screw, and then the nylon washer. The screw goes through, then you put a nylon washer, then you put another nut. So basically, this is going to be able to go in like this, and then you're going to be able to strap the baby in to the changing table. And so let's start with this first piece. You kind of lay it out like that. Take your screw, get one of your nylon washers, put the screw through the nylon washer, and then that's going to go into the Now, you might have to push it to get it through the strap initially, which is what I just had to do. I think while I'm at this stage, I'll just get the other one set up as well before I attach them on the bottom part of the unit. The strap is of questionable quality. It's got little strands of thread going everywhere. Not that impressed by it, but it should get the job done should you need to use it. So now I put the nylon washer on the bottom and I'm going to screw in the nut. I'm not sure if you can see that, probably not, but it's pretty standard setup thing. And I'm just going to screw in the nut right now by hand. I was able to get it pretty tight just by hand. I guess they say you could use a pliers or a wrench to tighten it even further, which you could definitely do if you'd like. Okay. Nylon is in here, nylon washer now. Got to get the screw in here. A little hard to handle it this way, but okay, I think I got it. Okay, so the strap is in. I think what I'll do now, I'll show you what it looks like with the changing mattress inside. So you put the mattress in, and then you have, I'll lean it towards you so you can see. The mattress is in, and you have these two straps, which kind of come out at the ends, and you could buckle in the baby, and you can tighten it like that. So that will come in handy. We'll see. There you have it. That's the setup of the changing table. Thank you for joining me. Another edition of Unboxing Fatherhood. If you want to learn more about this product, I will include a link in the description. Go ahead and check it out. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Thanks for joining. Have a great day. Bye. Oh, also, 46 minutes. So you can get this done in 45 minutes if you're handy. I'd give yourself an hour. I am going to take another 5 minutes after the video and tighten everything up and maybe take off a couple of the little white stickers that I forgot about. But you're looking at a 45 minutes to an hour for setup. So that's it. All right. Have a great day. Thank you.